Good afternoon. Welcome to Options Tender. It is Thursday, November 14th, 2024. Welcome, everybody. We're going to go through all the indices on a 65-minute basis. We've covered, if you want to check out the other videos, we've covered the long term. We've covered the top-down analysis, and nothing's really happening right now. So I want to show you what we're doing in the Discord and what I've shown just to cover our butts into tomorrow. I wanted to put on a hedge. So we're going to go through SPY and not multiple time frames, and the rest of the indices, and also Tesla and the 65. So make sure you stick around. And if you're new here, we're doing this intraday about 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're interested in getting these videos, please consider becoming a YouTube member for 99 cents. All right, so let's do it. We have SPY on the 65. We have this bearish rising wedge starting to show a little bit of weakness. I do believe the top is here. I think we're nesting, as what they say. It's a 1-2, possible 1-2 setup, and I think we're going lower at this point. Clearly, if we get over the 599, or if we make some sort of fourth leg and a fifth, to where we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, then after that, I think we'll have another pullback and a drop. So what's going to hold the market up is kind of the big question here. So while we're anticipating, lower levels, it seems that NVIDIA and Tesla kind of keep going back and forth on who's going to help hold the market up. And so I think Tesla's in a buy position, and we'll go over that in just a second. So at this point, if you're bullish, of course, this looks like an ABC correction. All right, so that's why we have to protect ourselves. But one person asked in Discord, well, how about SPY? And that's fine and dandy, but we're probably going to get a lot more juice out of Tesla. And I think my limit, I'll tell you what this trade is. It's a Tesla 1115 335 call for tomorrow, and I set my limit buys to 95 cents, and we're at about $1 right now. So it's probably going to hit while I'm on this video, and then I'll send that trade alert out to members. All right, so nothing much more to show here. We're in this resistance zone, and it's also the top of the wedge, and we had a fake break into it. So can price go higher? I just think it's unlikely. When you trade probabilities, and I think that this is about done. I'm not sure that anything else for the week is going to happen. So this could be just a indecision candle for the week, and I'd consider that a potential reversal candle, and we head lower into next week. All right, so let's look at QQQ. And Qs are kind of in the same level. You see this wedge here. We broke out from the wedge, and we're kind of just back testing, So at this point, if price breaks down, that will be the throwover and the breakdown from that point. So again, this looks like an A, B, C correction. When in all said and done, this really could be a 1-2, 1-2. And again, if we get a bounce and one more low, that could be considered a leading diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we'll have to keep an eye on that, but not much more to show here. So we're just kind of zooming through these. It's going to be a quick video. SMH. And this is kind of an indicator in itself that the market's probably not going anywhere tomorrow. We'll have some things falling, or maybe we eke out a new high. But SMH looks like it's ready for a bounce. We broke out from the wedge and is back testing at this point. So this very potentially could, and it doesn't have to be a deep retracement, okay? So this could simply make a flat pattern right here to get back to the 251 where it's an A, B, C, and go lower. Sometimes these things just do not retrace a lot because it's going to lead the market down, but maybe we get up to maybe the 50% or so. So we'll see what helps the market stay up tomorrow. You get the 50% at about 254 if it's going to go any deep at all on this retracement. But other than that, I mean, we could stay right around the 250. 252 is the 382. I've seen it happen. The whole point is not where these are going. It's what's going to hold the market up just into Friday and possibly Monday. And then we'll have to look at the catalyst to see what's going on after that. And then again, IWM, just relentless to the downside at this point. So it looks like SMH is going to bounce. And then it also looks like this one is too. But at the same time, this could be a 1, 2, 3. And then we get a small bounce into tomorrow and allows the market to hold up. And then a wave 5 down lower. Okay. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that we're going to get a new high on IWM. Just could be a simple bounce to allow the market to hold up. And if you have IWM holding up and you have SMH holding up, and then you have Tesla, which I'll go to there right after the VIX, and then that will clearly hold things up there. So we're still considering this just a move here, and then an A complex B, and we have a 5-wave impulse here. We'll dig down here for a C. And so that makes sense. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. Okay, so we have our 5-wave leg down here. Is it over? Could be. Could we get just a little bit more? There's no coincidence that the options expected move was here at the 1377, and we're holding at this point. So looking for this to start breaking out. It does appear that way, but it very well could stretch out for one more low here if the market doesn't do anything tomorrow. All right. So very simple. And here, because of these potential bounces, and even if the market doesn't make a new high, maybe Tesla's the only thing that really kind of holds the market up. And now at this point, it appears that this is a wave 1, 2, because this looks like an ABC, okay? We're looking for an A, B, C to end this move here. In that case, it would be some sort of ending diagonal. I'm not going to get into all that, but it's very important because this is the low here. 1, 2, 3, pullback for 4, and a wave 5. So if the market needs to stay up, and perhaps because I'm bearish on NVIDIA, because it's filled out its wedge so high, perhaps NVIDIA starts falling, and then we have a pairs trade for Tesla to go much higher. Now, how much higher? I'll go to the daily so you can see this. This is our bearish scenario. All right. And we have some time signatures here on 11/27. I don't know. We'll see what happens at that point. But we have our breakout. And then we got to the 786, the 347 target. And that's not typical. It can be for a flat pattern from all-time highs. The B wave typically goes all the way up to the 887. That's more of a typical situation. And so I believe that this eight moving average here could be the considered holding that as well. But we're looking at 379. All right. So if this starts getting bullish again, which it's a bullish falling wedge with an incomplete look here, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to use this as a hedge, but we're only going into tomorrow, and then we'll roll our positions out because I think this is a great setup. We have just a hair more to go here. And then we have the bottom, we have a flag pattern, very similar to this. Now, could it dip under there and gap down tomorrow? Look how that happened. Absolutely, but I would hold on to my positions. And then going into next week, this thing could go parabolic one more time. And so here's our look at the Elliott wave look. We have the low and then the high, okay? So you take the measured. This is the wave 3 low, all right? Not the wave 1 low. So from the bottom of wave 3 to the top of wave 3, it's very usual for price to come down to the 382, and that's at 312.89 on the penny. All right, and we also have a time price relationship going into this. Is a fantastic setup. We can't pass this up. And going into tomorrow, we'll probably see, maybe a gap up, gap and shoot, and skyrocket. But tomorrow we're just expecting a nice move here, because if this really is the top at this point, we should still see about a 50-60% retracement. If we put it to the lows of 312, that could be easily to 340 off of that move tomorrow. All right, so that's, to me, looks like a good, if we get into this 50-60% zone, that's when I'll take off and roll the position into next week, with potential, if it wants to hold the market up or just defy gravity while everything else is bearish. For example, Microsoft got hit with some news today, then this could defy while the market is kind of holding and stretching down. This could just be going up, just like it looked like in this wave here. All right, so that's what we got. We have our trade set up there. We're about to hit the target, just a couple pennies off for the buy limit, and we'll look for this thing to shoot up. But don't get me wrong, I'm short the entire market. Swings well out. I added more yesterday, just so you know. All right, thanks. I'm going to get this out to you, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.